Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and today we're bringing you our podcast number 40. So what we have in store for you today is some FOs, some whips and some acquisitions. I've got my clipboard as always because I need to keep on track, and I think that we should start the way that we always do, supporting our friends Sam and Mike at Manford Makes with Tile of the Week Thursday. Now, Tile of the Week Thursday for all our newbies, because I know we do have a few, and welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us and hanging out with us. So our friend Sam got gifted a book like this one, which you can purchase on Amazon or other great bookshops, and of course you can also get it on Kindle, because for those of you that don't know, this book falls apart. So a Kindle might be a better option for you. Otherwise, you can keep it all together or bind it like some of our friends have. Now, let's get back to what this is all about. So, Tile of the Week Thursday started nearly a year ago. So, we are currently at tile number 49, and I'll tell you all about that tile in just a moment. So, when Sam got gifted this book in Happy Mail, 100 crochet tiles, she pledged on camera that she would make each and every tile one a week until she completed all of them. Now, there are 100 tiles, so it's nearly 2 years worth of work. So what did we all do? We jumped on board to support our friend because we thought it was going to be a lot of fun. Watching her every week with Mike talking about the different tiles is actually a lot of fun, and I highly recommend that you go across to Manford Makes, click on the playlist and have a look at all of it. But if you're addicted to the tiles like all of us are, what you need to do then is go to the little search in YouTube, type in hashtag Tile of the Week Thursday, and everybody that is joined in will come up. So you can have many hours of viewing and just seeing, what our different experiences are with each and every tile. So this week's tile, as I said, is number 49. So we're nearly at the halfway mark, which is so very exciting. Now, before I show you the tile and then my tile, and of course Josephine and Liza have also joined us, making this an extra special segment as always. I'd like to let you know that I use my 8-ply marble yarn, which is 100% acrylic, and this is just one of the colors that I use. I do use 7 different ones in total, and I always use my 5mm Clover or More hook. The reason that I do that is because eventually at the end of this fun cowl, which just grew organically, I would like to put all of my tiles together and make some type of blanket or afghan. I jumped on at tile number 25 and I've missed about 3. So, I've got a nice collection to date. So hopefully I'll be able to keep adding to that as we go. So this week's tile is named the Mindful Mandala. And this is what it looks like, guys, what it's meant to look like. It's actually a very pretty tile. It was 14 rows or rounds. So you created the center bit was quite like it was a square up until the very last row, which then turned it into it was a circle up until the very last round, which turned it into a square. Now, I did find a few proofreading errors in this pattern, the written pattern, which is a bit unfortunate, but they were little things like, for example, at the start of a row, it would say, connect yarn number 5, color number 5, and then it would say cut off yarn number 6, or it would refer to double crochets and then give you a stitch count of X amount of trebles. So, even though it wasn't huge, if you're not an experienced crocheter, I think that would put you off, because it even halted me for a moment. So just be mindful of that if you're reading through these tiles. At some time patterns, it's good to refer to the graph, which they always include, which is wonderful, because sometimes that is a good way to make sure that you're on track. So let me show you my tile without any further ado, guys. It's a big tile. There it is there. I think my color choices were quite pretty. Nothing like the ones in the book. They use more blues, whites and browns, which I think are beautiful color combinations. But as I said, I like to stick to the colors that I've chosen from the very beginning. So that's my tile. Not huge dramas, so I did get through it okay. Now, Josephine, as always, has sent in her tile. Let me show you hers, which is the best way to do it. Let's hope that my iPad behaves this week. because it wasn't very happy a few days ago. So there's Josephine's colours. Just reminding you all that she's using the colour pack from Ophelia Talks, which she purchased a couple of years ago. And I think from memory, she's using a 3.5mm hook. Absolutely gorgeous, Josephine. Thank you for sending that through to us. Now, while I'm showing you the tiles, Josephine did send us one more because she's doing catch-up tiles. And the other tile that Josephine created, and here it is here. So pretty. I love the colours once again. This one is tile number 16 in the book, and it's called All of a Cluster. Very, very pretty. So thank you so very, very much, Josephine, for sending through your tiles, and especially, you know, tile of the week, this week, number 49. And now here's Liz's tile. This is the way to... Now, Liz generally sticks to the same colours in the book. I think she's just switched over the brown with the orange this time round. Absolutely gorgeous, Liza, as always. Thank you so much for joining us for Tile of the Week Thursday and making this a very fun segment, as I always say. You know, crafting with friends, we know, is always much more fun. So that concludes our Tile of the Week segment for our podcast this week. As I said, please go and visit our friends Sam and Mike at Manfors Makes. They really don't hold back when it comes to what their thoughts are on the tiles. And you'll get to see a lot of other YouTubers that have also, like content creators that have jumped on by using the hashtag, and that way we can showcase all of your work as well, because you all work very hard at your tiles as well, and let's be real, some weeks it's a challenge. So thank you very, very, very much. Now I've got some awesome showcasing to do now of everybody's makes. The very first one that I'll start with is our friend Liza. And she has been very, very busy creating all these awesome little amigurumi creatures. Now, this one here is Percival, and he's a puffer fish, and he's created by Melissa Watson. How cute is he? Absolutely gorgeous. And then we have, I'll wait till you see, Johnny the Monkey. Now, Johnny the Monkey comes from Zumagurumi book number 1, and his little friend, Quack the Duck, comes from the same book. So Zumagurumi book number 1. How cute is he with his little bow tie, looks like, and his little cap on his head. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much, Liza, for sending through your little amigurumis last week and this week as well. It's just so funny when Liza sent me her email. She says, yeah, I try to make one toy a day, and I struggle to make one toy a year, it feels like. So well done, Liza. Very, very good work. Thank you so much for sharing your makes with us. And we have a new friend that has shared a lot of her makes. So our friend Bonnie, she has sent through so many amazing photos of all her beautiful makes. And I'll give you a few little stats on them, and then I'll start showing you the photos, because I just want to make sure that I, give her the, give you the information that she gave me. Now, the first thing I need to tell you that Bonnie actually sells a lot of her makes at the craft shows, which is awesome. And she just had a really successful weekend with some of her makes last weekend. So well done, Bonnie, and thank you for sharing that with us. Now, Bonnie did say that she generally uses a 5mm hook, which is a H hook, because that's her absolute favorite. She does generally use acrylic yarn, which is mostly 4-weight. But she does use the 3-weight mandalas, and she's used that. And when you see the photos, you can relate it to the photos for the fiber spider vest, a cardigan, and a ruffle beanie. So you're going to see them in there. Now, she also used some Noro yarn for the Bob Marley Rasta hat or beanie, and she also used a latte cake for a hooded scarf. So thank you so much, Bonnie, for sending that information through. Now, here we go. I hope this iPad doesn't play up, guys, because last week, as I said, it wasn't very happy. So here, first of all, we have, so the loveys that were created for these little toys are a pattern by Z from Zelda NRJ3, and absolutely gorgeous. Now, how pretty is this? Now, this looks like a little vest for a toddler vest, and they are free patterns, a lot of the patterns that we've seen. Now, this one is a beautiful beret. Sorry guys, my iPad is playing up. There we go. So this is a beret, and again, this is another free pattern. I can actually hear you laughing, Thea, at the way my iPad is behaving. And then we have a few beanies. I'm not quite sure which is the Bob Marley one, but I'm sure we'll work it out when we get to it. Now, these are some shawls, and the shawls are by Bag O' Day, most of the patterns. That's beautiful. Can you see that up close? Yeah, how awesome is that? Absolutely gorgeous. And look at this one. Absolutely beautiful. Love the colours. This one looks like the latte cake. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bonnie. Very, very pretty. Because it looks a little bit fluffy up. See how it's got a little bit of... Because usually a latte cake has that halo on it. And here's another beanie. Absolutely love it. Love the colours in that one. And these are the fingerless gloves, and they're by Bag O' Day. They look like they've got that, like the dragon scale on them. Love the colours. And how pretty is this? That is a beautiful, beautiful cardigan, and I believe that's by Bag O' Day as well. I think I might have used a similar pattern. It's beautiful. Here is that little ruffle beanie. How gorgeous is that? I'll bring it up a little bit closer for you. And last but not least, we have her cat ear beanie. How beautiful is that? I love the colours in that, Bonnie. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure they're a big hit at your market stalls, your crafts stalls, I beg your pardon. So thank you so very, very, very much for sending through all your makes, Bonnie. I know that we interact by the comments, and now we have through email, and it was just so nice to actually see what you've been working on. So thank you for sending them through for all of us to have a look at. And you've been using so many beautiful yarns, like your Noro yarn and your latte cakes. How gorgeous are they? And of course, all of your other, mandalas and whatever else you've been using are beautiful as well. But you've got some really pretty yarns in there as well. So thank you for sharing all of your makes with us. And, a lot of the patterns are very accessible because, Bag O' Day, Zelda NRJ3, Fiber Spider, we're all able to find a lot of their work, through the YouTube streets and all the free tutorials. So that's wonderful. Now, what have I been working on, guys? I have a few finished objects for you, and I will just show you now. Now, I can't remember, I'm not sure when it was, maybe 2-3 podcasts ago. I said that I wanted to, this is my go-to water bottle holder pattern. I really wanted to add some beads, and I had purchased some beads, just some wooden beads, because I didn't want to use the pony beads. I just wanted to use some of the wooden ones. Because I thought, especially if I had like an olive green or a brown or a tan color, it would be a very pretty addition to the water bottles. But my girlfriend that I made it for absolutely wanted it to be in pink, and she was happy for the beads to be wooden rather than the pony beads. And I'll show you how I've made what it looks like in just one moment. But I'm not happy with the size of the beads. So let me know what you think. I think, and I'll show you the beads, that I should have gone down at least one size and possibly two, but I would really love to hear your input because it'll just help me with, creating the next one. I guess it is a bit on, personal taste as well, but being the first one, I thought it'd be a nice opportunity for you guys to give me your thoughts as well. So here it is here up close, what the beads look like when you add them. And it was a very, very simple process to add them on. You didn't have to string them through the yarn. I actually used a tutorial where you crochet them through and loop around them. So it was very, very simple. Because there was 36 stitches, I did end up putting 12 beads. I don't think the amount of beads is what I'm concerned about, possibly the size. Now, before I show you the other size beads, I do use, which is my favorite yarn, and I need to see if I can source it online. It's a 60% acrylic and 40% cotton yarn. The other way around, sorry, 60% cotton and 40% acrylic, and I do use a 4.5 millimeter hook. This time round I used my Coco hook. It's not a polymer clay one, it's a like a it's not actually a soft plastic, it's harder, and it came out of a set that she was selling last year, the Athena hooks, I think they're called. It's got a very sharp end there. They weren't, they're easy enough to use, but they do, I think, cut into the yarn a little bit, so snag the yarn a little bit. Because I've used this yarn with my Clover and more, and there's never been an issue. So I just thought I'd mention that, nice enough hooks to use if you haven't got them, or if you do, I wonder what your thoughts are on them as well. But going back to the beads, so the size bead, and I wish I had strung them for you. So this is the size bead that I used. This is the one that's one size down, but I think even this size might be okay. This one looks like a little pea. So imagine a little pea size one. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm not saying that I don't like the way it looks. I'm just not loving it right now. So, like we say, practice until we get it right. But I just wanted to show you because my friend was very happy with it. So she's the one that's getting it. So it will be going to my girlfriend Helen as soon as we finish tonight's podcast. So that's my one finished object. Now I do have two more, but they're going towards a project. So that is a continuing project. So I've got two more beanies that I'm going to be sending to K&K Crochet, so KK and Kristen, our friends, for their Bumblebees Mountain Outreach Challenge, which I have gladly accepted. And when I finished last week showing you the 10 beanies that I had made, before I shipped them off, I thought, well, I have an opportunity to create more because they don't need them until November. So even with the time travel, that they've got to get there with the shipping, even if I allowed a month or two, I could, at the end of August, I could continue crocheting. So that's what I'm going to do. But with this yarn here, I absolutely love this yarn. It came out of a Millens bag, and I've got two balls here to show you. So there were 4 of these, so 400 grams. This is actually one big, pack. So all the colors complement each other. But I love this yarn, and I've started another beanie already. It's quite a thick yarn, but I love that it's got all these little flecks through it. Some of it's got like purple and reds and whites, absolutely gorgeous. And I love that it's got this color here and that brown as well. So they've got beautiful, beautiful colors, like that dusty pink almost, and that maroni color, maroni brown. So I think I'll be creating a few more using this yarn. I might even keep one for myself because it is so soft and squishy. I am using a 7mm hook with the when I'm crocheting up the beanies. I might even go up a hook size and see what it looks like. But at this stage, I think that it looks pretty good. So there's like the V-stitch there. So I just thought I'd let you know what I'm using to create them, and that you will be seeing more beanies hopefully every week because I want to add as many as I can to the little collection for this challenge that I've accepted. And I know that some of you are jumping on that challenge as well. So thank you so much for supporting our friends K&K Crochet. Please go and visit them if you haven't already done so. I'm sure that you will have a really nice time hanging out with them as well. So they're my two finished objects, or my FOs. Now I do have a work in progress, or a whip, that has been sleeping for a while, but I thought, well, if our friend Liza can make one toy a week, surely I can finish a toy that I started. And the motivation was there because it was for my daughter. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this gorgeous, gorgeous meerkat. And he comes out of the Amigurumi book number 7 or 8. I'll make sure that I write it down in the description box. And when I saw him, Julie, our friend Julie at KS Mum Crochet, she showcased one of her wonderful subscribers. I think it was Kathleen, I'm not sure. She had sent through the meerkat, and I fell instantly in love. Went and bought the book straight away because I knew I had to make it for my daughter. Now, guys, it's my daughter's birthday at the end of this month, so I really need to get cracking on this. So when you last saw our little friend, the meerkat, I had just made his little body. And here he is waiting for the rest of him. So I have been using my 3.5mm hook, which is tiny, tiny, tiny for me. And all of the yarn that I'm using is the Marvel 8-ply acrylic. And I have started his little head. Now where the stitch markers are is where I plan to put his eyes. He has no stuffing as yet, but I pulled him out the other day and I thought, let me just add to him. So I'm hoping and praying that I will have him finished before my daughter's birthday. So I actually have 1 week exactly to do it. So 1 week and 1 day, I think. So I better get cracking on that one, as we said. So hopefully I'll be able to show you a finished object next week. Now, the other thing that I'm working on right now, no, that's it, guys. So that's what I'm really working on, actively working on. I do have a few other whips. For example, I really need to get my shawl completed for the 3 in Glasses cowl. So that's something that I need to work on as well this week. So now we'll jump on to acquisitions. Now, today I went shopping with my mum. I took her grocery shopping. Good news is she's feeling a lot better, but she wasn't strong enough to go on her own. And as I'm still on school holidays, it was perfect timing. Otherwise, she would have had to wait until the weekend. So while we were out shopping, I saw this book. Yes, I know, more toys. And you're all thinking, amigurumi, really, Litsa? But my mum purchased this book for me. So thank you, Mum. I really appreciate the gift and I can't wait to put it to good use. It is so new, guys, that I haven't even flicked through to let you know which projects I think would be awesome. Oh, how cute is that teddy? There you go. There's a teddy there for you to have a look at. He'd be so cute all dressed up, I think. So that book has been added to my Let's Make series. So that's the brand name there. And I have quite a few of those books. And I keep saying I'm going to pull them out. So they're more like a magazine style book, but I call them books. I should pull them all out and show you all of them because they do have a lovely collection. Now, I also have what I'm calling a subscription with a news agency, and every month I get the Crochet Now magazine because let's be real, I'm a sucker for the gifts. So there were 2 sitting there waiting for me because I hadn't had an opportunity to go, and I went in today. So I haven't actually looked through them, but I thought I'd let you know that they're in my collection. So hopefully I'll be able to make something with them. They're books number 92 and number 93. But number 93, this one here, this Crochet Now, it came with of course another little gift, but I absolutely love this slumber party blanket making little booklet that came with it. And let me just show you the little blankets that you can make. I absolutely love them. Look at the cupcake one. Absolutely love them. There's a pizza slice. What else is there? There's a dragon. There's a hot dog. How cool is that? So I was very excited to get this little booklet with it. So I'm actually very, very happy that I haven't stopped my little subscription there at the news agency yet. Truth be told, I have been waiting for, there is a cowl in here that has been, oh, I think this is the last one. So it's called the Piece of Cake. It's like a crochet along with Tony from TL Yarn Crafts. And this is part number 12. So I'm not sure if it's the last part. If it is, I might consider pausing this subscription for a while because like we've said before, if you're not going to make things from, you know, the books or subscription boxes that you purchase, what's the point? You know, I have got a drawer full and I really need to think wisely what I'm doing with my cash because it could go towards yarn, let's be real. So let me just see. Oh, yes, and this one is just so sweet. So because we're in the shopping centre, there's a big W there. I'm not sure if there's big W's across the world, but they certainly are here in Australia. And they're just a big, like, you know, supermarket type thing, not for groceries and things, just a little bit of grocery, but, you know, like department store, I should call it. And whenever I pop in there, I always make sure I go to the yarn section. My big W has a very, very tiny yarn section, but at times you do find a treasure. And let me tell you, I did find a treasure this time round. And wait till you see it, I couldn't go past. This is Sean's sheep and the yarn is called Coco. Now, if there was ever a yarn to have in our collection, this is the one. It was the last ball and it is so soft and squishy. It is 96%, I believe, acrylic and 4% nylon. I believe that's why it is so soft. And I cannot wait to jump online and see if they have any more because I would love to be able to make a big project using this yarn. If not, I will definitely be making something to wrap around me, maybe a little scarf or a beanie. So I thought that I would show you that. That really made me smile when I saw that sitting on the shelf just waiting for me to bring it home. So there's a treasure that I found in Big W's yarn aisle today. Not very much more, let me tell you. So that's pretty much it, guys. I have nothing else that I need to share with you at the moment, but the only thing I will say is that stay tuned, because the subscription box that I have from Crochet Society, I will be doing an unboxing with you and for you very, very soon. Oh, and before I forget, sorry guys, very, very important, Josephine, the happy mail that you sent me has arrived. My goodness gracious me, thank you so very much. And guys, I will be doing that unboxing for you as well. I'll show you what Josephine sent in a happy mail video. Very, very generous and kind. I think that's how Josephine is known on the YouTube streets. So thank you so very, very much. And so as I said, I've definitely got another video coming for you with the OGO that project that I created as well, and the Crochet Society subscription box. So I do have a few things coming your way. So please, hang around with me as much as you can. I really appreciate it. Please, tell me what you're creating and what you've been working on down in the comments down below. I absolutely love that. And send me your photos if you wish to, because I love to showcase them. So I hope you're all very, very well. Take care, everybody, and I shall see you all again in another video. Bye bye for now.